Hi, and welcome to another edition of Theories and Thoughts podcast with your hostess Anya. And
Fancy.
today we are talking PCOS. As you guys know, I have PCOS. Our guest today I found on TikTok, and we're going to be talking about some other women who are living with PCOS. So
Stay tuned.
all right, and we are back. Did you have a chance to share?
Yeah. You?
I was looking like yeah, I tend to always like I'll finish sharing and it's be right there when the thing shows my face.
Oh,
It
yeah.
shows me so. All righty. We are in the is it the second week? The second week of September. How is September treating you, Miss? I'm about to graduate from Southern. Did you go to the thing this weekend? I was like, I meant to
Girl.
text you.
So I went, but I didn't go like I was attending. I went because Haley, with Dylan going to school there, going to LSU, she bought like a seasonal pass thing. So of course she was gonna be there. And then Haley came and tailgated with them. But I had never been to a tailgate before. So I'm
Did you
always asking people like, what is it? Like, what do you do? Like, how do you so girl, but look, because it was really like it was so many people that just out there just parking their car as far as I don't know what. I sat in traffic over an hour when it only take me 15 minutes to get to Dylan's apartment, and it seemed interesting, but that time, and then just I'm sitting in the car, so it's not the same as like the people being out. But I really kind of wish I had somebody to just hang out with and just have done it. I asked Haley if she wanted to just go somewhere and just eat because it was still a historical day in the city with LSU playing Southern for the first time. For those who don't know what we talking about, but yeah, so I didn't get to experience it, and it was so Anya, it was so many people that like you couldn't make calls. The
sorry, hold
phone lines were down.
on.
Yeah, the towers were down. So it was crazy.
I was like, I wanted to text you, and I was like, "How does it feel? Your school going against your daughter's school?" I was gonna text you that.
I really thought Southern was gone, but it just didn't work out that way. But she ain't said nothing about it. I was so mad by the time I got to them though. I had to apologize because girl, I had like went off because I had been calling her phone and she kept trying to answer, but I could hear her talking, but she couldn't hear me. And then Haley phone just had no reception. So girl, it was a mess. But yeah.
So you didn't get. So you got to her. Did you
I
tell her?
got to her, but it was just I was trying to tell them they had walked back to the apartment. So I was trying to tell them I was in the parking lot, and you really not supposed to be parked over there. So I'm always worried that somebody gonna come through and be trying to, give me some problems or something. So I'd be like trying to let them know ahead of time, like hey, I'm in the parking lot. But they weren't getting text messages, girl. The iMessages were going out as texts, and it was a mess. So
I'm sorry you experienced that, but I figured that you would have been there. You should have been there tailgating. Tailgating is fun. Tailgating, I've tailgated at the Cowboys game a couple of times. And the first time we paid to tailgate at this place, but it was really before and after game situation. They didn't really do a tailgate during screen, but during we went around the stadium and just was talking to people. People was barbecuing, giving us food. We actually went to the Walmart. There's a Walmart right across the street from Cowboy Stadium. We went there because we had met some Hispanic people. Not that I had to tell y'all their ethnicity, but we had met some Hispanic people, and they were like, "Yeah, go get y'all some food. We gonna put it on the grill." We went got some food, added to what they had. We was eating, just chilling, hanging out, and then
sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean, and I've been to a Cowboys game, and then another time we just was out there. When I tell you out there, TV, everything. I love tailgating. So.
Someone else, because I was telling them like I was thinking of going. Hey, Sharona. And they was like, but I was saying, I don't know, like, I don't really know anybody. So I don't want to just be like, but I realized it really could be the type of environment you could just walk around and just possibly run into people or something. But I like to have somebody with me when I go places, though, especially somewhere like that. Because my anxiety was so bad, just trying to get through that. Yeah. So yeah, but I also this weekend I went to my first grounding and breath work class. And are you familiar with grounding?
Yes, that's when you put your foot on. I need to do more of it. That's when you put your feet in the ground.
Well, you walk around barefoot.
Yeah, well, that's probably why I'm always barefoot.
But like, yeah, I think it's like the grass helps to remove the toxins and stuff from your body. So we did that, and we did some breath work exercises. And I'm always saying, like, I always feel like I'm holding my breath. So it just so happens that the guy that was teaching a workshop, like, I had actually reached out to him talking about some reels. Like, he's a photographer, and he was telling me, oh, I had a breath work class, so I was running a little late. And I was like, oh my God, because I had just said in my mind that I needed to find somebody, or just find out more about it, because I thought that it would be something that would be helpful for me. So I've been reading a book about just the power of the breath. It's called Breath. And it's just been like just so many historical medical, I guess you say, events that have occurred with people that have like just dove into the science of breath. And it's like it can actually extend your life. So I just thought it was really interesting. It was different. Me and Haley were the only Black people there. I already was kind of like, I don't know if any, but I was kind of prepared for that. But at the same time, but it was kind of neat because it ended up being like a mix of people. There were some Indian people there as well. So I'm like, okay. And I think the other woman, I don't know what she is, but the one who was hosting it. But it was really interesting. And plus, I just keep saying I'm gonna try new things to get out the house. So how was your weekend?
It was good. I literally I was about to say I need to take that breath class because my voiceover teacher told me the other day. I was trying to find something real quick. My breath teacher, not my breath teacher, Lord. My voiceover teacher told me I need to learn how to I need to do breath exercising. So while you were saying that, I was thinking to myself, I need a breath class, because whenever you're doing voiceover, I have a commercial and one sentence is really long and you need to extend your voice, So still taking my classes, learning how to speak at this tone and not up here, because she said your voice is for a kid's book. She was like, so we're working on, like, the one that I have right now is a mental awareness one. And she's like, okay, practice speaking in your lower register. So I was like, so you want me to speak like this? And she said, yes, because when you start, you won't go high, you'll go something like this. And if you
won't go as high, you mean? Is that what you're saying? Okay. I'm just trying to physically, okay.
She wants me about right here. So she wants my voice to, but if you pay attention to PSA commercials, it's about right here. They're not excited. They're just like, they're telling you about something serious. So that I'm doing that. Last week I kind of was like, the week before it took me 10 takes for one of mine. This week it took me 3 takes on one of them, and I didn't do the other one. I was on take 4 or 5, but she told me take it home and just kind of work because I had something to do. I had something with church to do. So she just was kind of like, take it home, work on it. And I'm doing my exercises and different things. So it's different. So Saturday, I do this thing called the Great Banquet, where it's kind of a lock-in for adults. And I went to one of the meetings to prepare for the Great Banquet because I am a part of the Great Banquet. I will be volunteering, doing one of the talks during the weekend. It's here in Dallas. You can't have your phone. It's you and God. So I'm doing that in October. So I had that meeting this last week, and I have that meeting coming up too. Sunday, I switched churches. I'm really excited about it because God told me to move, and I moved. And everybody's like, so did something happen? You know, whenever you do something like that, people are like, did something happen? What's going on? And I'm like, no, nothing happened. God just was like, it's time to go. So I'm thankful that nothing happened to make me say I'm leaving. So that was that. Then I had table read for a play that I will be in on December 4th. So if anybody's here, December 4th, out here in Dallas, I'll be posting on my page, and it's the week before you graduate, so you cannot come. I already checked it out because I was like, oh, I will be leaving for Baton Rouge the next weekend. I literally thought about that. Like I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna be out there celebrating my friend. Y'all, Fancy is graduating, and I'm bucked up about it. Listen, I'm so excited for my friend. Y'all don't understand. I am so excited for Fancy. Fancy will be graduating December 9th. I know it.
I'm just like, y'all just keep sending me prayers and positive vibes, please. That's my thing, because this semester is not no joke.
I'm so proud of you, but you're gonna get through it.
Yeah.
And I did that, and then I went to a Cowboys watch party. My Cowboys, this year might not be our year, but that's okay. That's all right. We're gonna be all right. The Saints won. You know, the Saints is my second team, and they won. So I'm happy. That's why I have 2 teams. So when one don't win, the other one does. And real quick, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna acknowledge comments. You can go ahead.
Go ahead. And then I'll go back.
Well, Erin P said, "Hey y'all, tailgating is really cool." Hey Erin.
Hey Erin.
She also did a hand tap. Whoop, whoop. Thank you, Erin.
And so what I was gonna say is today I rested. I took the day off. I just wanted to throw that out there real quick because especially as Black women, we don't rest. We don't rest enough. And business Black women, we don't rest enough. Y'all with these kids, y'all don't rest enough. Why them kids at school take a day off from work? I mean, it's kind of harder because you and Aaron work for yourselves. But I'm just saying, you, Aaron and Sharona, work for yourselves. But I did take the day off today and slept most of the day. I'm helping with one of my girlfriend's bridal shower, so I put together some of that stuff. But for the most part, I was laying in the bed. Everything got done in the bed. Let's just say that. Everything that has to get done was done in the bed, except for this. I had to get out of bed. I wasn't going to be in bed. So I threw on a little makeup. I was like, I'm not putting on no lashes. I put on a little lip gloss, the candy lady, and I got out of bed and did a little something, do up on my hair. But if I can say anything, and I just want to express that, take rest. If you're in the Dallas area, I do have a workshop coming out up next Monday, the mental state of entrepreneurship. We're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about the importance of rest. We're going to be talking about when do we grab that as entrepreneurs? When do we? How does that look? How does rest look as an entrepreneur? Fancy, before this semester started, you had started Was it before the semester you had started taking time off on the weekends and just not doing any work?
Yeah, well, that was before the other semester.
Before the other semester.
Like, yeah,
But
because
that's
now my
rest.
weekend, yeah, but yeah.
But that's rest. And that's so
No,
important.
not it was some serious time off. I just feel like there's a distinction between the two because really I've been studying these weekends in the last semester, but I did start taking like actual weekends off because that was something I never used to do. Like,
That's
you
what I
know
was
how,
saying.
yeah,
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm mentioning that. Like you started taking the weekends off to rest. And that's so
yeah,
important. You know, whatever industry you're in, just find a day or something just to rest, just relax your mind. I wasn't really on social media today. I even posted on my a confident lady page that I took the day off, and I just rested. I'm always doing something. And my little boo was like, sit your ass down somewhere. he said it just like that. He said, sit your ass down somewhere. I was like, okay, boy. Okay. But then I said, okay, I rested. See, he was like, when? I said, it's Saturday. I just went to church and came home. He was like, that's not rest. So that's that. Anywho, we got like 3 minutes left. So let's get into this caught my attention. R&B Rock was murdered yesterday at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. What's wrong?
never mind. Keep going.
Okay. R&B Rock was murdered yesterday in LA at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. It was said that his girlfriend put a location tag and post waffles or chicken, and somebody came in with the LA Times is saying this. Someone walked in immediately. It was set up to be a robbery, but they immediately shot him. So to me, it was a setup. That's just how I look at it. And the reason why I say that is because they said that they immediately shot him.
Yeah.
If it's a robbery, they're going to wait for whatever you're going to give them. Or they're going to try to take that and then leave. From the way that the article read, they did not take anything. I don't know if the young lady was had a part in that. That ain't my business. I'm just saying what it looks like to me. Fancy.
I'm still kind of. It does. When I saw the word immediately, it did make it seem like there was some type of setup, but one, and also the fact that after I was reading in probably the same article, they was talking about his brother had been killed in a robbery, and and he was saying, oh, well, he was saying how his brother had recently, I don't know if it was recently, but his brother had been killed in a robbery. In an interview, he was discussing it, and he was just saying that like LA is different, like they'll rob you in the daytime. He was like, wherever he's from, normally they would try to rob you, like in the dark or whatever, or in secret, and that the reason why I'm bringing it up is because it seems like he would not have, he would have just so I don't know, like giving away the stuff, it seems like he would not have been combative or something because of the way that he talked in the interview. And he was saying he had never been robbed before, but he even talked about a time where someone had attempted to rob him while he was with his girlfriend and his daughter or something. So, but I ain't gonna lie, even just the fact that he had the interview, I don't know if it was all the same interview, but one of them was with DJ Academics. I don't trust DJ Academics, so I don't know. I was like, girl, don't take me DJ Academics behind this, but yeah. But also, I just want to acknowledge really quickly too from the comments earlier that Aaron has said, I still take days off. It's very important. And PNB Rock is who are discussing. You've been saying R&B.
Oh, that's what you was trying to stop me with?
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah.
Oh, that's why you was like PNB Rock. So we were at the back. I went to my nephew's football game yesterday.
Oh, that's cool.
Baby, he did an 80-yard touchdown. Let's go, girl. I was screaming. Ah!
What grade is he in?
7.
Oh.
Arnitra's son.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking he's one of your brother.
No, Arnitra's son.
Okay.
And we were there, and she was like, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. She was like, who is this? And so her daughter's boyfriend was there, and he was like, the song Selfish? And we was like, we don't know that song. So it took me to go to Shade Room And Shade Room had the songs that I know. Every Day We Lit, whatever. Anyway.
I saw that title and I was wondering the same thing if I knew that song, but I just...
You know it. It's a
okay.
catchy. It's with YFN
Lucci. Yeah, I saw that in the article, but I was like, I that title looked familiar, but
you heard that song.
The more you sing it, the more I'm like, yeah, I probably do know this song. I think I'm
telling you know the song, and he did the
But I didn't know the Selfish song. They said the Fleek song or something.
I don't know that song.
Oh, I think they said that's how he took off like on TikTok or something.
Yeah, they say his ability to sing and rap.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I'm about to show you real quick because I know we can't play it too much because they'll cut us off. And he did the song. It's with the coach them. What the people name him?
Coach.
Quality Control.
Oh.
Okay. What?
No, I was trying to think who you was talking about. Migos?
No, Quality Control. They did a compilation song. So they did a compilation song, and it was a I'm about to tell you. It was a remake of I Can't Leave You Alone.
Who was that originally by?
50 Cent and Sierra.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, they took it off.
TV with my family, nigga.
They took it off.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't. They took it off. I was looking for the I was looking for because they had his songs. There was like, but you know this song. I'm telling you, know this song. Every Day We Lit, and you know the Let's say if you want to.
Okay. Well, I'm about to go into commercial and then we'll be back with our guests, y'all. Hey. Somehow you're still looking for this song.
You know that.
Want to feel like, okay, well, why are you here with me?
Right?
Like they started. We do need men, and I had a chance to just talk to her and tell her, and she was like, well, you do it all this and third, and I say I have to.
Drop the mister. Just call me Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Okay. Hey, girl.
I don't need nothing, no, sis.
You don't need to work on that. Maybe this right here. You good.
Because so, Stan. What the well, thank y'all for joining us for this episode of Series and Thoughts Deep Dive.
I have it ready. Real quick. This is all. Wait. She want me to put my name on it.
No, turn it off or they try to
You heard that song?
No.
Anyway.
You know it, Brittany? Okay.
You know it, Brittany?
Yes, I've heard it.
All right, you guys. September is September, right?
Yeah.
September is PCOS Awareness Month. Tonight we have Miss Brittany. Let me tell y'all something. So, y'all know I had just started getting on TikTok. I think April, May, March, one of them. Anywho, but baby, Brittany did a TikTok and she was setting the record straight, telling y'all that she ain't no trans man, that she is all woman. But it was the awareness for me because she was bold in her statement, and I showed Fancy a video. She was bold in her statement, and I was just like, Fancy, we need her on here because we need different types of conversations around the PCOS thought, the whole situation, because I talk a lot about it, but people don't, I'm not hairy, so people don't know that, they don't know that it comes at mine is moody, my cycle, and being thick. So, everybody has something different, and I have high blood pressure and borderline diabetic. So we invited Brittany to come on to share her story. So Brittany, just tell us a little bit about your background, who you are, and all that.
Well, as they said, my name is Brittany, and I work in security. So mainly I work overnights. Y'all have to excuse me for being a little late because I still be sleeping around about this time. But for the most part, like, dealing with PCOS is a lifelong thing, and I have dealt with it from high school to today. So just think, we all know kids have no filter. And as you get older, that filter just really becomes bigger and non existent for real. And sometimes it gets physical, other times it's just taunting. And with me dealing with PCOS, it gives a lot of mental anxiety because for us women, you got to determine what are you going to wear. Is it going to show my back hair? Or maybe I need to change this because, oh no, my arm hair might show that's wrong, which I'm wearing a short sleeve. Who cares? But it's like all of that you had to deal with because my PCOS gave me weight gain, which is primarily in the belly area. So there's a lot of times folks have asked, when are you having your baby? I have never been pregnant. Then it's Hirschism, which is unwanted body hair and primarily facial hair. So all of this will grow into a full-fledged beard. As I've gotten older, I get the gray hair beard, all distinguished. I don't want to be distinguished. And then I've also had the irregular menstruals where they would last forever. And that was due to fibroids that I didn't even know I had because I would go to the doctor and say, hey, look, this is happening. And all they're looking at is my weight. Oh, we'll just lose 10 pounds and it'll be fine. It wasn't fine. 3 months, I had a menstrual. So now I'm anemic because, hello, I'm losing my body volume. And instead of them just listening to me, it just was a whole big mess. Finally, I found someone who listened, which was my wonderful doctor right now. And I remember when I went to her, she said, are you bleeding now? I said, yes. She said, go next door. This is an emergency. I said, with all this? She was like, right now. I go, they gave me an internal ultrasound as well as a belly ultrasound. When she got those back, I immediately had fibroid surgery. 4 of them was removed and they were the size of limes. From there, that fixed one issue. Now I just got to work on the weight issue. And then there's the hair issue. But, all of that is mental as far as the weight goes, because you just got to work on it. Some people are like, oh, just go get that weight surgery. I don't want that because that is a lifelong issue as well. Now my immune system would be compromised. There's 30 vitamins you got to take. I did the research on it. It's not worth it. I'd rather stay fat. I'm cute.
And
But it does take a toll on you when dealing with the PCOS. And it's mainly mental because you got to develop a really strong exoskeleton. You got to put up a wall that penitentiary still can't get through.
Right.
When it comes to dealing with people. And that's why I made the TikTok video. And I did not think it was going to go that big because I have made videos previously. Nobody watched them. I was like, great place for me to vent. Cool. And next thing I know, here's 1 million folks done seen it. And I was like, oh, okay. And then there are so many ladies. Oh my goodness, I go through this too. My grandma went through this. Oh my goodness, I'm glad I'm not alone. Suge, you're not by yourself. It's a lot of folks that go through it. But for us ladies, it is a silent battle because nobody wants to hear it.
Right. So your doctor now diagnosed you, or were you diagnosed in high school?
I was diagnosed in high school. Just nobody wanted to listen in regards to my menstrual cycle.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
that's where my current doctor came in at.
Okay. I was so I'm 41. When I was in high school, we didn't know what it was. I don't know how much younger you are of me,
I'm only 36.
36, yeah. And okay, so I used to bleed so heavy. I remember, and it's traumatic. It's very traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to the hospital and having to go by myself because my mom had to work, but my aunt worked there. So they would let me stay there, and whenever it was time, my aunt would just come into into the room with me. And I literally had a pap smear with blood clots this big coming out. And they were like, and they wanted to do this because they was trying to see what it was. But it wasn't until I was 20 in 2010, however old I was in 2010, that I was diagnosed with PCOS. My doctor then, and I was in my late 20s, my later 20s, and she was like, "You have PCOS." And I was like, "What is that?" And she didn't give me a lot of information. I had to go and find it. And so I had been on birth control pills since I was in high school.
Yep.
I had been on birth control pills. And when I came home with the birth control pills, I was like, you need to write my mama a letter to let her know that I'm taking these birth control pills. No, I seriously, I was like, you need to write my mama a letter and let her know the reason why I'm taking these birth control pills to regulate my cycle. Because my mom was like, I was anemic as well. And my
Mm-hmm.
mom was like, something has to give, girl. You was going through, because at first, I wouldn't get a cycle for like 3 or 4 months.
Yep.
And
Went
then
through
when
that
you
too.
get it, it's like it's all this blood. And I wouldn't get cramps, but it was just a lot of blood. And that's a traumatic experience. So I have to deal with that, especially as a young age. But like I said, I was bigger, I was more mature, I had boobs and butt, and mine was men would just be on me like grown men because I was built like that. And I could just remember being bigger than the other girls or what have you. Now I am, way bigger. And people like my mom, she used to say stuff about my weight, and I used to be like, I can't do nothing about this. Like, this is just what this is right here. Um, but I knew that when I was looking, I knew that women dealt with hair and dealt with other things that I didn't deal with. That's why I was like, we gotta get her on here to tell her story of her. So I commend you for making a video, one, being up and upfront and honest. And I commend you for coming on the show, to talk about this. So your journey with PCOS, you got diagnosed in high school. What
But
did they
they
tell
didn't
you?
call it then that.
Oh, what did they call it?
They just called it overactive hormones, as if I was fast.
Wow.
Hey.
And that's because in high school, I had all of this in high school, all the whole beard going on in high school. So all they could call it was overactive hormones. I've been through every testosterone test they could think of. And I'm just like, but how are they overactive? What made them want to run around? And
Right.
so from there, it's still no answers except for me now looking up overactive hormones. And I get a whole bunch of ladies with hair. And I'm like, okay, so I know I'm not the only one. Now
Right.
let's go and look for something else because you add in all this hair. And I used to say, I don't want kids to come out looking like Chewbacca because that's me. Then I went from Chewbacca to Amy from Congo because I'm short and kind of happy, you know. And I had to crack jokes on me first so other people can't crack jokes and then they don't hurt.
Right.
That's how I learned to deal with it as far as other people coming with their nonsense. And as far as the menstrual goes, that's when they gave it another name. High school gave it overactive hormones. And I too had that little circle of birth control pills with the different colors that I forgot to take because I didn't need them. and they were no good. So they sat on a dresser somewhere or in a drawer somewhere forever. And oh, even worse, I got a shot. I got the shot, and that one was worse because that one stopped my menstrual all the way around.
And see, I had the Mirena, and it stopped my menstrual, and I was okay with that. I ain't gonna lie, I was real okay with. But I wasn't in high school either. I was a woman then. I was in my 20s.
I was in high school, I want to say probably the 10th grade, and it stopped my menstrual all the way around, which I was happy for because I had cramps like nobody's business. And they were so bad that you knew when I was going through because I would walk bent over.
Mm.
You can't stay home. That ain't no reason for you to stay home. But I couldn't stand up straight either. So I would be humped over trying to get where I got to get to in class. So everybody knew because any other time I could walk normal, just not this time. So it was bad for that, but it was good because it stopped it. So now nobody knows. I was like, all right, great. Then I went through so many hair removals from older ladies who had it. Try this magic powder, burnt my skin off. Try this Nair, rash. Try waxing, hurt, and did not remove it. Like everything that I have tried from other folks just didn't help. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do like men do and shave it. My dad taught me how to shave. I don't get razor bumps. And I left it at that. And then I learned to treat the skin. So I got the hyperpigmentation, but it's not so bad. And it's not as bad as it could be. And I've seen folks with worse, and I want to tell them, hey, try this tea tree oil with a little bit of coconut oil and some rose petals to soften up your skin, and that'll bring it back. Get you a turmeric mask, and that'll lighten you up a little bit. Like, I want to tell them that, but I don't want them to think I'm being funny because once I shave, you don't know that I've got hair.
But that's a good thing.
Right, it is. It's a good thing. Like, you don't know until I tell you, or until you get so close that you just zoomed in on it, you know. But nowadays you can't tell us ladies anything because the first thing is you just hate them.
Right. And then it is so real because people, you can't educate them. And I was like, I hope she's not taking this the wrong way. Like, I literally was like, I hope she don't take this the wrong way. But, you know, because one thing about us, our podcast, we've been 3 years.
I'm on the podcast.
We've been doing this for 3 years.
Nice.
And one thing we like to do is talk about things that other people are not talking about. So, you know, and I was like, yes, this is another great conversation to have. Fancy, did you have anything that you wanted to ask?
I'm sorry also, y'all. Excuse me, because my house is being loud. I was trying to get their attention, so that's what I was doing. But I was curious, in this, well, I have two things. Because at one point you said a word, and I was trying to ask Anya about it. I heard you say it in the video too, but it might start with a P or it might start with an F. I don't know. I never hear you clearly when you say it. Like, are you saying Persian or something?
Polycystic?
No, when you're talking about the hair.
Hirschism. It starts with an H.
Oh.
It's Hirschism. And I can't spell it properly. But if you say it like a voice to text, then it'll spell it for you. And I know it starts. It's H-I, I believe. And once you get it up there, it'll give you the whole definition because it's unwanted facial hair for women.
Okay.
And that's the name of it.
Okay. And then my other question was, you were saying originally you were saying like they gave it the name of overactive hormones when you were in high school, but it seems like you were gonna say then they gave it another name too, like after that. What was the other name?
I didn't get the poly name until I was in my 20s and I was going through anemia.
So
and I was going through anemia because I was having a menstrual for 3 months straight and it wouldn't stop. So
it went from the overactive hormones to anemia, then the polycystic. Okay.
because
Right.
they didn't know what to name it.
It went through stages because even right now, if you go to the doctor, they don't know what to do for you.
Right.
They don't know what it is. They don't know how it came about. They don't know who started it. So all they know is to treat the symptoms, but each symptom has a different name, and then you put them all together, and that's where the poly comes in. Because if you look at just the word poly by itself, it just means many.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we've got cysts on the ovaries. I don't know if you have any cysts, but I was told I got cysts, but they haven't ruptured, which is great because I heard those are really painful.
Right.
Then from there, once I got my fibroids removed, and like I said, there was 4 of those, and they were in the shape of lines. My doctor's like, "Okay, you can have kids now," and I was like, "Nah, I'm okay. I'll pass. Put them back." She was like, "No, we can't put them back."
Yeah, I personally, I think that people, they don't know. I think that this is something new, but there's so many women that have it, and it takes a special doctor to just call it out. Because again, I didn't know what it was. My doctor, the only thing she knew was I had these cycles, they're not coming on time, and when they come, it lasts for a long time. I personally didn't get cramps. I don't get cramps until I take birth control, or now I take I take a hormone because I stopped taking my birth control. I didn't want to take birth control anymore. I had been on birth control since I was since I was a teenager, and I wanted to give my body a rest. So I take a pill. It's called the 16-day pill. And what you do is, well, that's what people call it who take it. I'll tell you the name of it. And what happens is I I take it on the 16th day, the 16th day to the 25th day of my cycle. So I start the first day of my cycle counting, and I have to put it on, excuse me, I have to put it in my calendar, and I have to take it for 10 days. So I start on the 16th day, I take it for 10 days, and it helps my cycle come. It helps my cycle come. So I'm doing that now, but I am going to go back to my Mirena. I took it out just in case I wanted to have children. But right now, I don't feel like I really want to have children because my get up and go game is like really good. Like it's really strong.
I keep a ready bag like I'm in the FBI.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, my get up and go game is just
like I'm out of here. Gotta go.
But did they? So my thing is, I know you have the hair. For me, I have the high blood pressure. I've been having high blood pressure since I was in my early 20s. Been borderline diabetic. I used to take diabetes pills back when I was my early 20s, but I got off them. I didn't have to take
metformin. I didn't like the way it made me feel, so I took myself off of it.
I have some metformin right now.
And I took myself off of that amlodipine.
I've never been on
myself off of that hydrochlorothiazide. They're a combo because amlodipine is supposed to lower my blood pressure but make me swell. So hydrochlorothiazide is supposed to help me go to the bathroom. I don't need any assistance going to the bathroom to get the swelling off. I drink enough water that I can send myself on my own way.
So and do you take a blood pressure pill? I'm sorry.
Yes, amlodipine is a blood pressure pill.
So you take that or you don't take that?
Nope, took myself off of that too.
Okay, I'm not.
The side effects to me just did not weigh out the benefits. And if you tell me what's wrong, I'm sure I can figure out a way to help me. So I did. I ate more vegetables. In addition to eating more vegetables, I lowered my sodium intake. I increased my water intake, increased my fruit intake, lowered my cookie intake.
That's hard.
You know, it is hard. But I'm not going to say I don't eat them, but I don't eat them every day like I used to. I might buy cookies once a month now versus every time I went to the grocery store. Well, I ain't out of them, but I just better get some just in case. You know,
I don't keep them here in the house, but I love sweets.
And that's what it is. You stop stocking the stuff up. So you get it every now and then. And that way, I still have the blood pressure cuff, so I can check it when I need to. I know what the numbers are supposed to say. I still have the blood sugar check to prick my finger. So if I feel like I'm going out of whack, because you can tell, I get a headache, my eyes will go blurry. I already can't see. So if they get jacked up even more, then I know, okay, either my blood pressure has gone up or my sugar has gone up. From there, I need to step back. What did I eat that I wasn't supposed to right then? Oh, I had them. I had those ribs. I had that macaroni. Yep, that did it. Okay, step back, increase my water intake to flush all that stuff out, and I'm back to normal. Get a quick Tylenol or an Excedrin for my headache, and that's it. Rather than be stuck on some prescription forever.
I wish I was as disciplined as you are.
It's
I'm
not
not
Discipline, girl. That's a lot. Don't try to say that's a
discipline,
lot.
ladies.
That's a
I
lot.
just don't want to be their lab rat because they
Right.
don't know what's wrong with me. I don't
Right.
know what's wrong with me. So I like to read. The best thing I can do is to read up on what to help me.
Right. That's what I was about to say. So the hormone that I take is called progesterone. Progesterone. And that's what helps me have my cycles on time. And I'm on blood pressure pills, herbistatin, and it's a diuretic. So it helps me go to the bathroom, although I'm like you, I drink my water, but I don't drink my water enough. I will say that. And when
That sounds. I'm sorry.
Hmm?
That medicine sounds like what they're about to give my sister. And she,
Progesterone?
except for hers is medroxy
Oh no.
progesterone. Like it goes all the same into one word. And when I look that up, that's just the depot in a pill form. At least it is for my sister. I don't know. Yours might be different. So don't quote me on that one. But when I started to reading on that one for her, and I was like, ooh, I don't like the side effects. You get rash, you get a increased heart attack. And then my sister, like myself, she has the facial hair too. But I'm gonna tell you how we go. Now it's me, my mom, my sister. We all have it, but we go in stages. My mom has a tiny little goatee right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. She doesn't get arm hair. She doesn't get leg hair. My sister has a square. Hers goes from here back only in this spot. She also does not have arm hair. She doesn't have leg hair, but she'll get like hair under her arms. And I told her, if you take this, and then of course there's me, and it's like I have all of it, and then arm hair and leg hair and chest hair and back hair, the whole shebang. I'm like, well, why y'all give it all to me?
I was gonna say everybody. What I was gonna say, the progesterone is the better one. Now I didn't mind the Mirena. I had no issues with my Mirena. I had 3 Mirenas. That was the better one for me. I didn't get a cycle. That was the less on my body, and that's the reason why I wanted to get off progesterone, because progesterone, they also it's something with Alzheimer's or something like that. And my father had
Possibly. I don't know. I didn't read all of it.
I looked at it. But
I just got to the part where it said it was going to cause her to be sleepy. That means she can't drive with that. It's going to give.
You take it at night.
She works at night. She can't take it at night.
Oh, well, I take it at night.
I was like, sister, don't take that stuff. We'll figure out something else. Nope.
I take it at night for 10 days, but I work during the daytime, so it helps. I'm not as drowsy. In the beginning, when I first started taking it, I was very drowsy. I was very sleepy all the time. But now, my body is kind of acclimated to it. But I hate having to be on a schedule.
Yeah.
Remembering and everything. So
yeah, and that's another thing with me too. If I take those meds in the morning when I get off from work, now I'm up all day long having to go to the bathroom. Now I can't get no sleep. It's already rough to go to sleep during the daytime when everybody is up and bustling and everything is going on anyway. And then you have your body fighting because now you got to get up every 15, 20 minutes. No. And another thing, to stop that too, I learned how to count my bladder. If I drink 1 bottle of water, which we know is 16 ounces of water, it takes 45 minutes to process it. So I literally look at the time of what time it is that I drank this water and just count 45 minutes. And in 45 minutes, I got to go to the bathroom. And now everybody's bladder might not be the same. So it might take you 30 minutes. It might take you an hour. It just all depends on how it works out for you. But for the most part, I learned how to do that for me. And being that I learned how to do it for me, that makes it easier on my road trips. It makes it easier when I'm getting ready to get on a flight, if I want to take a drink before I take a drink or not.
Right.
And it also makes it easier on me when I get ready to go to bed, because you can empty out your bladder starting like 2 hours before you get ready to go to sleep. You can empty out your bladder if you just stop drinking, because whatever you already have will continuously go out, and you'll know when it starts to get empty because it takes you longer to go to the bathroom.
I see a question from Dion White. She said, "How do you all feel about uterine ablations?" I've never.
I just
seen
looked it up when I seen it, and Anitra had a question as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Up here, Anitra was saying, "Do you think letting people know you have the same thing would be better?" And she also said, "I'm thinking a person will receive the recommendation better if they know you have the same condition. Just my opinion." Y'all remember what she was talking about then?
Yeah, she was talking about when you were saying the tea tree oil, the coconut oil with the rose petals.
You know, that's possible that people would take it better if they knew. But then at the same time, we're in this society where everybody knows everything. So for me, I want to help people. I don't mind helping people to get where they can be comfortable with themselves. You know, because like I was saying to a lot of the folks on TikTok, I don't wear makeup. What you see is what you get. And it took me a minute to get comfortable with me. And the way I did get comfortable with me is I had to learn to take care of my skin, because I was one of those folks where I would shave the hair off my face and then you would know exactly where I shaved it off at. Because, and I even saw some pictures from way back when I was probably about 22, 23. And I had these long eyelashes when they just had came. And I had this dark shadow, and I was like, she was not cute. What was wrong with her? Like, I was appalled at how not cute I was. And I was like, why nobody didn't tell me I look like this?
Because they probably didn't know how to say it.
Just say, hey.
Well, yeah.
Something.
I go to an esthetician, so.
You know, I want to try dermaplaning.
Derma what?
Dermaplaning. It's basically where they take off, you know, like, I think I should go to a professional, but people will do it at home, and they basically just like scrape off the dead facial skin, but the tool that it looks like they use looks like an old school eyebrow archer.
Mm-hmm.
And they just go and they do it. And the a girl in my reading group was like, I just do it at home with some aloe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
You do it yourself?
No. I had my esthetician did it. My esthetician did me. My esthetician did me, and it makes your skin does feel different. It does, and it just takes off the top layer of your skin.
Be just my look. I took about 3 years.
Yeah, it's with a blade, and it felt kind of like, well, she's like, no, it kind of felt like she did, because even though I wear makeup, I still take good care of my skin.
Right. Well, yeah, you got to take care of the skin underneath, because then the makeup will not be good.
Right. I wanted to get back to her question. She said, uterine ablations.
Uterine ablations.
It's called endometrial ablation. Is a minimal invasion surgical procedure used to treat heavy menstrual bleeding. I've never heard of it until you just said it, ma'am.
That is basically they go inside and burn your uterine line. That's like the easiest way I can say that. is they literally take like a little laser type thing or some type of tool, and they go up your hoo-ha and they burn that there
Yeah, I'm
off,
good.
and then it comes out like burnt flesh, because that's all it is.
Yeah, I'm good.
Me too.
I'm good. I'm good on that. I
It's
said,
it's um it's the burnt version of a D&C. After you have a miscarriage and they go in and scrape the what's left of the baby out.
Fancy's
I'm
like,
sorry, y'all. This has been a
Sorry,
hard
they
week for
just
me. This
set it
is
on
a
fire.
lot
This is
of
the
blood
difference.
and just I'm just
Oh, I'm so
but
sorry.
I'm glad we're having these conversations. I will say that it's just hard for me to digest. I'm not that person. I don't do it with
But-
that stuff.
okay, yeah, because that's the reason why we're having it, so people can know this is real. When you sitting here talking about this woman who have a big beard, you don't know what she's going through. You don't know what she's went through. For me, what I've learned is, because I told you I'm moody. I've learned if I intake too much sugar, I get depressed, and I think last week that was a part of it too. And I'm an empath, so it's just too much. Right. Exactly. Exactly. So I don't know if I'm feeling my own stuff or if I'm feeling somebody else's stuff.
I learned not to deal with people. Like, I cut off a lot because I had to wonder, why was I angry, but I didn't have
Nothing
anything
happened.
happen to me.
Right. And that's the thing. You have to ground yourself, like Fancy was saying in the beginning, and you have to come to yourself like, okay, did something happen to cause this? And different things. Like, I literally have to. And then sometimes I talk to my friends and they're depressed or they're going through something. I'm like, okay, it's you. It's been Fancy. Do you remember one time you were like, yeah, I was feeling tired, or I had a headache or something, and I was like, that's what I was feeling all day. Shoot, but once I know what it's from, I'm okay. Like, it's like it goes away, but I have to figure out who it is and what it is. But dealing with
Currently,
ate too much sugar, like you said, the blurry vision.
mhm.
I get the blurry vision. I'm tired. I'm angry, like I'm cranky. I'm real annoyed over little things.
You
So
breathing too hard.
listen and be like, listen, I can't handle it. I'll be like, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit later because I can't even talk to you on this phone right now. But thankfully, the people that love me in the track and right here, they understand and they get it now because it's a lot and you don't know. I was in a PCOS group and this girl was like, it's a lot when you don't know why you're triggered and why you're so upset. You're just all of a sudden just upset for no reason, and you have no reason. But it's what you ate. You have to go back. Okay, what did I eat? What did I do? And I have to watch my water intake.
Yep, that's exactly it. Right now, I have two close friends that I video chat with, and we have a group chat. And I automatically already know when something is wrong with either one of them. And I already know based on how I feel when I wake up, especially if I just wake up and I know that I'm still in bed. So nothing has really happened to me right now. And it's like with my one friend, Kim, she gets sad a lot. So if all of a sudden I wake up and I want to cry, I know it's her fault. And I literally can call her and say, hey, what's wrong? How did you know? Okay, I'm going to call you back.
All right.
And
Oh,
I just
you sound like Sharon.
because-
Sharon be like, don't cry on this phone with me.
Right. Now I got to go because now both of us are going to be crying for no reason.
Right. So.
And then I've got my other friend, Jack, and hers gets more anxious. So I wake up with the heart racing. I'm not even moving. Why am I? So I just call her, relax. I am. No, you're not. Relax.
That's
Calm down.
The people that's closest to you.
I do that. Even with my mom, like, I know when something is wrong with her. And I'm like, hey, relax. I am relaxed. No, you're not. Ma'am, your go-to emotion is anger. And right now I'm angry and I don't know why I'm angry. So you got to relax. Calm down.
Brittany. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. That's something that I learned because dealing with them, everything that they go through, I go through it vicariously, and I don't want to because it's not my fault. I didn't do it. Got enough going on.
Right. Brittany, this has been a great conversation, and we could go on for hours talking about this because, again, it's good to have that relatable content to talk to a person who is dealing with this and let people know, cause awareness. So this is Brittany Darden. Her Facebook is beautiful, BEUTIFUL 0365. Her Instagram is also beautifully _single _365. I thought you had a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but you still because they say single.
I'm not a husband.
You sure right. You sure right. Her TikTok, where you can find her fabulous videos, is just by 365.
Just be you.
Just be you. I'm sorry. Just be you. JUSTBYOU 365. That's for our audio listeners. I spell out everything, and I just missed that B. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on, telling your story, being this transparent, and letting me know that I ain't crazy.
Nope, you're not. Because folks think I'm crazy all the time.
All right, girl. We see you later.
All righty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I have on my Keep Calm and Learn to Live with PCOS. As you guys know, we did I think some years ago, we did a whole live with a bunch of different people with PCOS. And last year, I want to say you interviewed me. One of these years, you interviewed me about my PCOS. So this was really a great conversation to talk to her, especially having a beard. Being a woman with a beard, because so many people always have something to say, So I am Anya TM Davis, Lady CEO. My website is ladyceo.com. My link tree is as well. You can reach me at ARNYA@ladyceo.com. Lady is spelled with an I. Instagram, all platforms is Lady CEO. Fancy.
Okay, I'm sorry, I am sleepy. I've been doing some early mornings and late nights, but okay, so all of my stuff, everything Swagger Magazine is Swag Her Magazine, and you can find me at Fancy Swagger on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram and you're still present, can you all check out some of my posts because the algorithm is not letting me be great right now. I think it's because of the hiatus I took over May and June. Yeah, May and June. And so, it's just my likes are really down. And I've seen kind of vain saying this, but it is not a good look as I'm branding myself as a visibility coach. So if you follow me there, then I do need you all support. That's a way that you all can support me by just, liking some stuff. Also, it seems like there was something else I was supposed to share. We are still accepting ad space for our healing issue as we're working on that. And if you're interested in it, you can email us at advertise@swagger.net, or you can leave a comment on here and Jamila 9 out of 10 see it. And I'm trying to think, I think this. Oh, and don't forget you all to follow us on Instagram, and you all can do that at Theories and Thoughts Brand. You want to spell it out?
Oh, TheoreandThoughtsBrand. Theories and Thoughts Brand, spelled just like that. Spelled out.
All right. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. I don't know where all y'all latecomers are coming. Do we need to be coming on at 8:00? Because it's more people are joining. So we're closing out.
I know.
Catch us next Tuesday at 7 Central Time. Peace and blessings.
Bye.